Hello, and welcome to the third installment of How to Win at Fortnite. Again, I'd like to reiterate that this is intended more for beginning level players and, novice or starting to get into the, you should have one of the keys is to have at least a mediocre grasp of building. So if you're totally about to quit the game, just start building ramps. Ramps are basically all you need. If you can build the forward ramp, you don't need to build anything else. Just play with ramps. Build up 2 ramps and run at your opponent, or build some ramps and get away from them. That's my preferred way. So, the original replay showed the marking points for when you had a kill and when the final kill of the game took place, or when you got killed. So something to that effect. So it's a little trickier right now. Hopefully they fix the replay settings. This Victory Royale is primarily due to probably, I don't know, I guess I had some solid building at the end, but normally I would say hide and don't fight anybody, but I think I was in a either annoyed or just particularly hostile mood, so I kind of press a couple people. I guess I pressed one person earlier in this game. I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. One of the keys to winning is to having enough materials, because if you can't build stuff, you're not going to be able to win. Well, that's actually relatively untrue, because I've won a handful of games, or several dozen, just by kind of bush camping. But you drastically increase your chances, even if your tactics slow and tedious like that, if you are able to build in some kind of way. Even if you built something and didn't use it, and used it as a decoy while you sat in a bush, you had to build it. So you're gonna have to learn to build something. Just build a ramp, and the walls will come next. Stuff like that. I'm gonna fast forward because this is a tedious bit of materials gathering. I consider that a technical error. I should not have brought down that tree all the way. We should watch this in painful slow motion. Remember, don't knock it down past 50. Did I do it again? I don't even want to know. You leave them standing, otherwise people can see it from far away. But also, if you're looking back, if somebody hits that tree that final time and breaks it, you know they're there. So you either know they're on your trail or they're off to, one flank or the other, depending on which way you've moved on the map. Grab the rocks. Those rocks are just easy money for brick. Yeah, leave the grenades for me. If I'm in the same game as you, don't use grenades, because as far as I'm concerned, the more the merrier. So I'll throw them at anybody, and they're effective on anybody, just like any other weapon in the game. So don't take grenades. You don't need them. They're not reliable or anything. Never take grenades. Leave them for me. I'll show you that, you can just kind of get lucky with them. But let's fast forward to this bit of nonsense up here. I think I was just, maybe I didn't have enough time to play another game. I had to play this game and go to school or go to work or, go out into the real world and let some sun hit me. So I'm not even sure I killed that guy. I don't know. I guess I did, because it's a 3-kill game. And then I fly around here for no apparent reason. I think it's because I thought I didn't kill him, or suspected somebody else. So I loot everything that's valuable to me in this place. I don't think there's another fight, but let's see. There's a method to the madness. These things are easy money, and they're all clumped together, and you're less likely to get kind of shot at when you're in certain areas of certain places. Mostly want enough ammo. Shield up in case, you never know if you're gonna take somebody else down and just need all the ammo. Somebody's just building a ton. You need stuff. So I really loot this place over just for materials alone. So, just pretty slow also, but it's because I had the circle and I figured I was still isolated here and I could still fly away at any time or engage somebody and then fly up and land on them, because the flying out of the wind tunnel thing wasn't exactly broken every day as it was today. But that's just probably a technical issue, or who knows. Maybe it's because of the new season coming up. What I'm saying specifically is we had a hard time diving back down into the kind of reset your flyability, your ability to redeploy your glider or skydive. So I guess I took a tiny bit of damage. It was probably worth it. You never know when you're going to run down to your last bit of materials if you build like an absolute nut. And I don't mean skill-wise. You just are forced to build really fast. I think it's better than not building very technically or even editing. As long as you can lay out a ton of build, you can use it to mask where you are, or to create extra defense for anything situation, or to make decoy of some sort. So typical bush camping, as far as I'm concerned. Look at the map. It gave me the circle. I think it does that if you've placed really high several times, but you haven't got a win. They try to give you like a home field advantage by having the circle on you. And even if you're not right in the center, it's going to be like in some sort of proximity. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But maybe you'll figure this out for yourself. So again, these videos are trying to actually show how to effectively camp and avoid contact with opponents. Because if you just want the victory royale and you're not, oh, I'm trying to practice this or that or do some kind of... It's actually a fun mode also for if you're, a fun strategy for if you're taking care of challenges. You might want to be able to make better use of your time. And part of it is to be a little more tactical in the way you engage. And a key tactic is to not be seen. If you're not seen or heard, they can't detect you. They can't effectively attack you without at least revealing their position to anybody else. And you can assume that half the people who play are relatively just going to go berserk and attack everything and any sound. The other half will be slightly reserved in some kind of fashion, as if, maybe they want to go shield up or heal up or find a nice set of weapons or extra materials so that they can participate effectively in the final stage of the game, where everybody is just so close they're forced to fight. And you're going to be kind of fighting in every direction. And lots of, you can call it more like rarer, more exotic or more valuable or effective or destructive weapons are being used. Like, the grenade launchers, the rockets, somebody's just dumping all their SCAR ammo into a structure just to bring it down, or junk rifts, even the batarangs, very useful device right now, but somebody could just throw 5 to 10 of them at any particular single spot or 2 spots and deny kind of safe access through that area. So whether you're kind of setting up a trap for if somebody gets flushed into that direction by you or somebody else, or you've actually already engaged somebody and they've built up something or built themselves into a corner, and now you're kind of pinning them in it or forcing them or deny, into one direction or attempting to deny the other direction. So, you used to be able to do that with like C4. If it were drastic enough, like that enclosure right down there where I actually flew into, if somebody had grenades, they could just make sure they were firing all the grenades up above me, and I wouldn't be able to really get out of there while their opponent could, close to do whatever. So, I could actually slow that down and explain my intention of how and why I build in the way I build. Kind of lucky just to get that guy in the legs. Worth it to risk the damage for exchanging to take his SCAR. The SCAR just won't shake as much as an AR, which is what I think I had. I'll rock a heavy or an AR equally, depending on the situation. But I always tend to go for the higher caliber. If it's a blue of either over the other, I'll take the blue weapon, whether it's the regular AR, which in my mind is a misnomer, or the AK, which people call the heavy. So... yep, key strategy. Like, what's the point fighting everybody? You just want to win, you only have 23 minutes, however long it takes or whatever to play one game. Well, why try to waste, 2, weak games going into, Salty or, Paradise or, Tilted or Gotham or something, just so you can only get in 2 games. That if you've lost, you're not really going to have time to play the third one. You're going to end up late for class or late for a date or late for work or late to do your chores or get your ride or catch the bus. And if you only have so much time, you might just want to play for the win. You got to budget your resources, time being a key resource. So Yeah, I'm assuming they were fighting the whole time. I think they're going to be, you know, if they haven't already, there will be more crackdown on anybody teaming with enemies or teaming in a solo in any sense. Although if you know there's a third person out there, they're well within their rights to also just be biding their time. There's no point for them to just like get hammered on each other. But I'm surprised Diego, if he didn't take any shots at that guy. Who knows? So, tree camping? I mean, Christmas tree camping? Is this a thing? I think this game might have actually been from a month ago. The first two videos were done, basically it was a replay, and without having reviewed it, I just kind of, that was my live first time reviewing of it. Although one of them was fresh from today. Let's speed up a little. This video is taking way too long. So I remember at a certain point it's going to close down and I'm going to decide this is it, and I'm going to get out my grenades right here. It did get ready to just throw them, and I throw them right up into that little basket somebody made with the nice fancy angled roof. I think I was able to throw 4 or 5. I immediately know I need to throw it at that guy. I just grenaded myself twice on my right, and neither one of them was too close. This guy gets finished a little bit easy. Starts in slow. That's regular speed. Immediately go on to grenading the next guy, and I've grenaded myself again, and I'm able to build and kind of get out of it. And that guy, I guess, is still alive. Did he revive himself? I don't know. Thought I finished him. I guess I didn't. So he was an easy finish through there, kind of quick. And the next guy rockets that pile of stuff, probably assuming I was going to loot it, which is a sound tactical move. But I think I'm already comfortable with my weapons, and you can see I'm crouching. Players, new players, you need to remember to crouch, even at the end. A lot of us, I have the foot visuals on, so visual sounds. I know if you're moving like that, where kind of general what direction you are. So I had the high ground on this guy, but I am a very noobish, terrible builder, and I lost it. So I kind of just resort to, I'll just go back down and see what happens for here. I feel ready to fight, kind of confident in my shield level and health. I don't know where he is, so I'm just assuming I'm going to need to hit him first. And another chaotic attempt to build upwards. But I'm well aware of how the rocket works. And you just want to hold, you can just hold the button down. You got to play with your builds, new players. Build roofs and flooring, because it's the same button. You can just hold that down and tap it on the wall. So that was his trap he placed. And I think he pretty much had me right there. But I know that trick by now, even if I'm not good at doing it myself. So this is a little bit of a chess match. You have enough items and materials. Alright. Thanks for watching the third video. Sorry I didn't have as much narration as I could have fit in there. It's a little bit late. This is GLOWEN707, and thank you for watching How to Win at Fortnite.